Representative from Georgia, Tom Price, who happens to be, I think he's a pediatrician. He claims that Obama rejected a Republican-sponsored House bill that would have magically solved the health care crisis. This is what he said. On the general topic of health care, you have repeatedly said that Republicans have offered no ideas and no solutions. When you know that H.R. 3400 is a bill that would provide health coverage for all Americans, would correct the significant insurance challenges and lawsuit issues, would write into law that medical decisions are made between patients and families and doctors, except abortions, and does all of that without raising taxes by a penny. What should we tell our constituents who know the Republicans have offered positive solutions to the challenges that Americans face, and yet continue to hear out of the administration that we've offered nothing? Another campaign commercial. Obama points out the fallacy of his claim that the GOP had a wondrous solution, and Obama just rejected it. That any bill must be based on reality and not wishful thinking?
If you say we can offer coverage for all Americans and it won't cost a penny, that's just not true.
Bingo!
You can't structure a bill where suddenly 30 million people have coverage and it costs nothing. I mean, the easiest thing for me to do on the healthcare debate would have been to tell people that what you're going to get is guaranteed health insurance, lower your costs, all the insurance reforms. We're going to lower the cost of Medicare and Medicaid, and it won't cost anybody anything. That's great politics. It's just not true. So there's got to be some test of realism in any of these proposals, mine included. I've got to hold myself accountable. I guarantee you the American people will hold me accountable if what I'm selling doesn't actually deliver.
But, Mr. President, you kind of missed the point. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a smart ass here, but you kind of missed the point. Dr. Tom Price, he's from Georgia. He's from here. I know about this man. I know about Tom Price. He's crazy. He honestly believes that H.R. 3400 would provide health coverage for all Americans, would correct all the significant insurance challenges like, pre-existing conditions for one, would cover all the lawsuit issues. That means put a cap. If somebody takes out your left kidney, the healthy one, and leaves the right one in the diseased one, well, what's that worth? 10 grand? I mean, damn. And he's going to do all this without raising taxes by a penny. Tom Price apparently still eats tabs of acid. Hopefully he doesn't do it right before he examines a 3-year-old. But I mean, this is the kind of craziness that Obama stands up there and says, oh, look, can we inject just a little reality? He says, if you say that we can offer coverage for all Americans and it won't cost us a penny, that's just not true. See, that's what you say. This is what I'm talking about. That's what you say to a 10-year-old. Well, Johnny, look, I need to tell you something. If you honestly believe there's this great big fat guy in a red suit and a white beard who comes down, well, look, Johnny, we don't have a chimney every Christmas and leaves you presents under the tree. For God's sake, it's just not true. But that's what you say to a 5th grader, if they get to that age and still think Santa Claus exists, as Tom Price still thinks magically. We have a bill here, H.R. 3400, where if it's just enacted into law, everybody has insurance. The doctors don't get sued. By the way, I'm a doctor, full disclosure. Nobody gets sued. Everybody gets insurance. Everything's wonderful. There's caps. You know, when I leave a sponge in somebody's lung, I may have to pay, a little bit higher premium, but I don't have to, provide them with money for the rest of their lives just because they couldn't breathe, and now they're practically brain dead. It's all in H.R. 3400. No, it's not, Tom. It's not in H.R. 3400 at all. Now sit down like a good pediatrician and shut up.